Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla and on my page I love to talk about self-love and self-growth. So go ahead and click the subscribe button because I promise you are going to love it here. So in today's video I wanted to talk about how to just gain confidence and know that you are that girl and let go of your insecurities and just become the best version of yourself altogether. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So the first thing I want you guys to do is stop comparing yourself. Whenever we compare ourselves to other people, we're subconsciously telling ourselves that we are not good enough. It's one thing to get inspired by somebody else, and it's a whole nother thing to really compare ourselves to somebody else. Whenever you think about comparing yourself, tell yourself, this thing that they're showing me, this person, they're showing me a version of themselves that is just the best version of themselves. You don't know their ins and outs. You don't know how they look when they first wake up. You don't know what filters they use to edit their videos. We don't know any of that stuff. We also don't know what someone else is going through. I realized some of the most beautiful people have the most miserable lives. You know what I mean? Some people lose their mother. Some people lose their father. Some people don't have family. So why would you want to sit up here and compare yourself to somebody else? I realized that that's so selfish and that's low-key so terrible because I'm comparing myself to somebody who I don't even know what struggles they go through in their life. So how is it fair for me to compare myself? You know what I mean? Just don't do it. Whenever you think about comparing yourself, tell yourself, what if they're not happy with themselves and I'm over here subconsciously wishing to be or have something they have? No. Just work towards what you want and becoming the best version of yourself in order to get that. If you see that you want someone else's lifestyle, when even with that, you have to be careful because someone else's lifestyle could just be what they're showing you and they can be living a completely different lives. We've already seen that. We know how social media works, okay? But if you want a specific lifestyle, work towards it in your own way. Work out a way that you're going to get to where you want to be in life. Always think about it to where, how can I just become the best version that I want to be for myself? That's going to help with your confidence because then you'll know that doesn't matter who else, anybody else is, who that person is, I am beautiful within myself and I'm good enough within myself, okay? So keep the focus on you. That is the second thing you need to do, keeping the focus on you. That also goes along without comparing yourself, but it also means in situations, even with relationships. I know sometimes we tend to fall into relationships and we get distracted, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with relationships. We all need love. But don't give somebody else more than you're giving yourself. That shows a sign of low self-esteem, just in general. When you want to give someone else your all and not pouring enough into you, that's a sign that you're seeking validation from that person. And I learned the hard way that nobody else can give me what I'm looking for, which is love from within. Somebody can just give you but so much love until it's time for you to just give that to yourself. You can't come into other people's lives expecting them to give you everything that you need when it's that's not fair. Because I'm not saying that, that person doesn't need to give you love. No, they need to, but it's not fair to put all that onto someone else and say that they need to give you your self-esteem. They need to give you your happiness. You have to depend on yourself for all those things. You have to depend on yourself for your confidence and your love. And that's something that I had to learn because I'm okay, I can't rely on somebody else to make me feel good about myself. And I was doing that. I was relying on men to make me feel good about myself. I was relying on friendships to make me feel good about myself until I realized that that's not going to make me happy. Just having a friend that compliments me is not going to just make me all of a sudden confident. It's just not. And I was doing that and I was trying to figure out, why do I still not love myself? It's every time someone gave me a compliment, I was I needed that to feel fueled. And the days where I didn't get compliments, I just didn't feel fueled. So you have to keep the focus on yourself. Try telling yourself that you're beautiful. Every morning, write out something that you love about yourself. Every morning, every night. This sounds cliche, but I'm telling you, you'll subconsciously be telling yourself that you love yourself, and soon you're going to start loving it. That goes into our third thing, which is fake it until you make it. Things you cannot change about yourself, learn to love it. If you fake confidence enough, it'll turn into reality. Your mind will be okay, I'm faking this so much to the point where I love myself now. And certain things about yourself, if you know you can't change it, learn to embrace it. And I know that is hard. When I was in a car accident, I have a scar on my cheek right now, no makeup on, a scar on my cheek. And I really hated it so much until I realized, some people have it way worse. Some people have been in accidents and their whole body was on fire. Just stuff like that has happened. So why am I complaining about a little small scar on my cheek? And I try to look at the benefits of it and look at the things that I like about it. I'm okay, it might look like a cute little mark. I didn't like the dark spots on my cheek, on my chin, or dark marks from pimples in the past. And I'm you know what? They look like cute moles. They look like cute beauty marks. So everything that you don't like about yourself that you cannot change, learn to love it. There's so many things that go wrong with like plastic surgery and stuff like that. There's so many women out there that we're risking our lives just to feel beautiful. And a lot of the times you'll see these people addicted to the plastic surgery because it never makes you feel good enough. If you're not doing the inside work, if you don't love yourself, nothing you do is going to give you that self-love. Now, certain surgeries, certain things you could do can make you feel good in general, because I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but if you're depending on that for self-love, that's not going to work. That's why I say it's best to do the work from within. Write out what you love about yourself morning and night. Fake that until you make it. You want to present yourself to the outside world like you are the most confident person ever, because people will treat you as such. When I didn't love myself and I was walking around like I didn't love myself, I'm talking about I did not dress up. I always looked tacky. I just would tell people I was insecure. I would always diss myself. I would make myself the butt of the joke so that way nobody else could joke on me. And when I did that, the outward people treated me like how I felt. They treated me like I was just some ugly person. I know I'm not ugly, but it's because outside world, whatever you put out is what you get back. So put out how much you love yourself. Act like you love yourself. When you walk in the room, keep your head held high. Do not diss yourself. Never, ever, ever diss yourself to somebody else to make them laugh, or never make yourself the butt of the joke just to make other people comfortable. No. If you don't love yourself, okay, but nobody else needs to know that you do not love yourself. Only you. And you'll work on the inside ways to start loving yourself, but don't tell anybody else how you feel about yourself, because it's just going to come back to you times 10. You want to fake it until you make it. So the fourth thing I want you guys to start doing in order to love yourself is to let go of the people that are making you feel insecure. No, I'm not saying let go of people that you are jealous of or you want to look like. No. I'm talking about letting go of the people that make you feel bad about yourselves, the people that talk down on you, the people that don't treat you right, the men that always cheat. That's subconsciously telling you that you're not good enough when you are good enough. It's just these people don't see your worth, and that's okay. You have to know your worth and you have to walk away. And that's one of the hardest things. That was hard for me to do, honestly. I would always be surrounded by men who just treated me like trash, treated me like an option, until I realized I can't deal with that anymore. I can't have people around me that treat me like an option, especially if I'm already struggling with my self-love and struggling with my self-worth. I can't do that anymore, because it's just going to make me feel worse about myself. And then when you're out of that situation, the heartbreak is going to be so much worse. The next thing I want you guys to do, if you do not love yourself, I don't think it's best to jump into a relationship. Okay? Because if you jump into a relationship and you don't love yourself, when times get rough, or when, let's say, the situation doesn't work out, the relationship does not work out, the heartbreak is going to be so much worse, because you don't love yourself. So you're already feeling like you're not enough. And you feel like that person leaving your life is already going to make you feel like you're just not worthy. It's already telling you that you're not worth enough. If you love yourself and you get in a breakup, you're like, okay, it just didn't work out. But if you don't love yourself, you get in a breakup, you're telling yourself, oh, it was something I did, I was not good enough. You're going to be 10 times harder on yourself. So I really want you guys to do the underground work and really start loving yourself from within. And the main thing that really helped me was letting go of people that did not see my worth. I had to let go of the men that treated me wrong. I had to let go of the friends that treated me wrong. And I know sometimes we just have bonds and trauma bonds with those type of people, especially if you grew up with them, but it's really best to let them go in order to become the new version of you and become the confident woman that you are meant to be. And the last thing that helps with building your confidence is to work on your appearance. Now, when I say working on your appearance, I don't mean the surgeries or changing that about yourself. I'm talking about always keeping yourself well kept, taking care of your hygiene, just looking good all around for yourself. When you go outside and you get yourself cute, you're going to feel a lot better. When you get clean, when you wash up, but when you pamper yourself, you will feel better. It's just always going to work. It helped me a lot, because I felt like I'm that girl. You want to walk out in the outward world as the person you want to be like. Act as if you're already that. You want to be this confident woman. A confident woman is not going to walk around, not looking her best. And I'm not even saying that you have to always look good, because I'm not one of those women that feel like you need to always dress up. No. But taking care of yourself is different. Make sure you're always brushing your teeth. Make sure you're always taking a shower. Make sure you're always smelling nice. Those type of things. Not too much in the outside thing, because looks are looks are subjective, and you know, everybody has their own opinion of what looks cute, what dressing up looks good to them. But you want to find your own style. Find stuff that you are into. Tap into what it is that you like to do, what style you like. A lot of times we look on social media and we compare other styles and we see the trends, that we forget that it's okay to not follow the trends. It's okay to just be yourself and just look cute in your own cute way. So that is another way, along with working out. That's another thing to help me with my self-confidence. So that was all of it for today's video, ways to just help with your confidence. And honestly, it's no specific way to gain confidence. We all have certain insecurities, but the best way is just to know that God made you how he wanted you to be. If he wanted you to be like somebody else, you would be like somebody else. So you want to make sure that you understand that you are beautiful, because nobody else in this world is like you. And I know that's cliche, we hear that all the time, but it is really the truth. So I hope this video helps anybody out there who's struggling with their insecurities or just struggling with not feeling good enough. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.